If there's one thing that separates attractive men from the rest, it's not what they do, it's what they don't do. We're constantly told, be confident, make her laugh, take charge. And while all that sounds good in theory, it often leads men down a dangerous path. Trying too hard, over-explaining, chasing validation. But here's the truth no one tells you. Attraction isn't built by flashy moves. It's slowly destroyed by subtle, silent mistakes, the kind that creep in when you're not paying attention. Today, we're breaking down the 5 silent attraction killers most men never see coming, and how a stoic man handles them differently. Because while most guys are busy trying to prove themselves, the stoic man knows that real power lies in restraint, in stillness, in understanding what not to do. Ignore these signs and you won't just lose her attention, you might lose her completely, without even realizing why. Let's dive in. Never chase. Her emotional chasing isn't always obvious. It creeps in subtly. It shows up when you're constantly texting her to check in, over-explaining yourself after a simple disagreement, or walking on eggshells, just to avoid upsetting her. You might think you're being caring or attentive, but what you're actually doing is signaling emotional dependence. That need for reassurance, those, "Are you okay?" or "Did I do something wrong?" messages reveal a deeper issue. You're seeking emotional validation to feel at peace. That's a subtle red flag. Not for her, but for you. When a man lacks inner peace, he leans on her emotions to center himself. But here's the catch. Women aren't wired to lead emotionally. When she senses that you're riding her emotional waves, mirroring her moods, reacting instantly to her shifts, she feels the imbalance. She may not even consciously realize it, but something feels off. You're no longer the grounded presence she was drawn to. A stoic man is different. He observes, he listens, he holds steady regardless of her storm. He's the calm in the chaos, not another wave in it. And once she feels you're leaning on her for emotional stability, she starts to pull away. Not because she wants to, but because nature does. 2, never idolize or worship her. The pedestal trap. Why idolizing her creates imbalance. One of the most common mistakes men make is placing a woman on a pedestal, treating her like she's some flawless goddess who can do no wrong. At first it may seem romantic. You shower her with compliments, agree with everything she says, and constantly prioritize her over your goals. But here's the hard truth. The more you worship her, the less she desires you. Why? Because desire isn't born from imbalance. When you make her your everything, she starts to feel like your mother, not your lover. You've lost your edge. She craves a man who stands on his purpose, not one who abandons it just to win her approval. From a stoic perspective, she is human, flawed, emotional, ever-changing. Just like you. Respect her, love her, but never lose yourself in her. Your mission comes first. When you stand firm in who you are, she'll admire you more than if you just tried to please her. And when she senses you've given up your value to chase hers, that's when the respect begins to fade. Suspense line. The more you worship her, the less she desires you. Never let her set the frame of the relationship. In every relationship, there's a frame, the invisible structure that defines who leads, who follows, and how things flow. The one who controls the frame sets the tone, direction, and emotional rhythm. And here's the hard truth. If you're not setting it, she is. Many men fall into the trap of passive agreement. They nod, comply, avoid conflict. They tell themselves they're being respectful or easygoing, but in reality, they're handing over control just to keep the peace. That's not love. That's fear. A woman doesn't test you to be cruel. She tests you because she needs to know. Are you grounded? Can you lead with calm strength, or will you crumble the second she challenges you? Stoic leadership isn't about barking orders or domination. It's about quiet, confident authority. It's the strength to say no with peace, to redirect with calm eyes, to lead with clarity, even when it's uncomfortable. Here's the suspense. If she can lead you, she can't trust you. Because if you fold to keep her happy, she knows deep down you'll fold under pressure elsewhere too. Set the frame, not with ego, but with steady presence. Because a woman doesn't want control, she wants to trust the man who has it. 4, never fear. Walking away. 5, never make her the center of your world mission drift, making her your sole purpose. When you make a woman the sole focus of your life, you risk losing your own sense of purpose. This mission drift shifts your attention away from your own growth and aspirations, making you emotionally dependent on her approval. This dependency breeds insecurity, which suffocates attraction. Why it kills attraction. She feels burdened by the weight of your emotional needs. Instead of being a partner in your journey, she becomes the center of your world, and no one wants to carry that weight. This dynamic drains the excitement and creates distance. Stoic frame. A stoic man understands that his path, goals, and sense of self-worth are far more important than seeking approval. When you focus on your journey, she naturally gravitates towards you, not because you need her, but because you're the one who doesn't. You have your own purpose. Irony. The paradox. The more you detach and focus on your own growth, the more she'll be intrigued. The less you chase, the more she'll chase you. Suspense insight. The man who doesn't need her is the one she chases. One of the deepest psychological truths in attraction is this: fear of loss equals loss of respect. When you're afraid to lose someone, you start behaving in ways that chip away at your value, slowly, silently, and sometimes permanently. You tolerate things you shouldn't. You let disrespect slide. You over-apologize for things that weren't your fault. You become overly agreeable, constantly trying to keep the peace. And without realizing it, you shift from being respected to being pitied. The Stoic mindset teaches the opposite: detachment, abundance, and boundaries. You must be willing to walk away, not to manipulate, but to protect your dignity. Not everyone deserves your presence, and once you realize your worth, silence becomes louder than any argument. Walking away isn't weakness, it's a power move. Because here's the cold truth. The moment she realizes you'd be fine without her, everything changes. That's when respect comes flooding back. That's when she sees the man who doesn't chase, but chooses. The man who doesn't beg, but builds. And even if she doesn't return, you walk with your head high because you never gave up your self-respect. Never fear walking away, because the man who can walk away is the man they chase. In conclusion, attraction is not about effort or trying harder. It's about cultivating self-respect. Through Stoicism, we learn to live with presence, detach from external validation, and embrace calm strength. The key to lasting attraction is mastering yourself. When you focus on your own growth and confidence, chasing validation becomes unnecessary. Remember, true power lies in self-control and inner peace. If you're ready to unlock more Stoic wisdom and dive deeper into attraction psychology, make sure to hit subscribe for more insights.